The crowd instantly recognise the lyrics, put their hands in the air, and sing at the top of their lungs. Let's stop here to examine the forces acting on Lotus. She experiences a downwards weight force due to her interaction with Earth's gravitational field. But her feet remain stationary because her weight is countered by an upwards force from the ground. The normal force is a type of contact force that is perpendicular to the surface of a solid. In this scenario, the ground is horizontal and the normal force points vertically up. Sometimes, the normal force is represented by the letter N, which is the same as the symbol for Newton. Try not to get these mixed up when doing questions by yourself. Lotus boogies towards Mark, who is lingering at the edge of the room, and invites him to the dance floor. Unimpressed with her taste in music, he immediately declines. Mark would much rather sit this out and continue scrolling. When Mark leans against the wall, he pushes with a force of 200 newtons right. But he remains stationary because the wall pushes back against him with a force of 200 newtons left. This is a normal force because it is perpendicular to the surface. It's important to understand that the normal force does not always counteract the weight force. Instead, it is a type of reaction force that is perpendicular to a surface. Mark's boredom is interrupted by a notification from his phone, and he goes to open the front door. The final guest enters the room, wishes Lotus a happy birthday, and apologises for his tardiness. Hang on, who is this person? Mark explains that Ian is his +1. He's a friendly and good-looking guy. Lotus remains suspicious, but she realises that it's not worth arguing about stuff on her special day. Ian connects his phone to the speakers and urges Mark to show everyone what he's made of. Excited at hearing real music, Mark takes centre stage and puts everyone to shame with his dance moves. To master the moonwalk, Mark needs to control the friction force between his shoes and the ground. Friction is a type of contact force that is parallel to the surface of a solid. There are two types of friction. Static friction occurs when there is no relative motion between two surfaces, and it opposes the net applied force. During the moonwalk, a large force due to static friction acts on the stationary foot. The ground pushes against Mark's shoe, allowing his body to move backwards. On the other hand, dynamic or kinetic friction opposes the relative motion between two surfaces. During the moonwalk, one foot moves backwards at a time. The backwards motion is opposed by a small dynamic friction force, which points forwards. Overall, the ground exerts two forces on Mark's feet: a horizontal friction force, which allows him to move backwards, and an upwards normal force, which supports his weight. The ground reaction force is the total force exerted by the ground against an object. We can calculate this using algebraic or graphical vector addition.